the Maine. They dropped their new album, Died, 2008 to 2023. Collection of 9 unreleased tracks from their 9 studio records. 1 song from each album. One thing I've always liked about the Maine, now you are the big Maine fan here. I am just a spectator.
Since 2017.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. John, come on the podcast. Sorry.
I am just a spectator. I have seen them live a bunch. I respect the hustle and the grind and their music, but it's not something that I really listen to on the regular. One thing I've always admired about them is their fan service. They're very much engaged with their fans. The big festival that just happened, 8123 Fest.
God, I wanted to go to that so bad.
Dude, I want to be there, and I'm not even like a massive fan. It just seems like a fantastic like community event, because they do so much more than just have bands play for 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always something that I've really admired about them, even the way they interact on social media, how real they are on social media, on stage, just as people to their fans, is always something I really admired. So I think that this project, albeit not necessarily for me, is something super awesome. Kind of reminds me of like the water parks demos, when it was like, get this to X amount of likes and retweets and we'll drop the demos record. That's kind of what this feels like, is like, because that was like a fan service in a way. This is also, for the fan service kind of thing. So really liking that fan service today. But I like the songs. To me, there is a run on this record towards the end that does kind of feel like the same song in several different fonts. But the beginning half is cool.
You can distinguish.
I dig it. Yeah. I can distinguish. They feel like different songs, but towards the end, I wanted to know what this project was. I just like saw they put something new out, put it on the playlist, and I was like, I'll figure out what this is later.
Yeah, I'll look later.
It's new music, so I'll just figure it out later. On first listen, I honestly didn't know that they were like supposed to be songs from different eras, because of the back half of it is what I was freshest in my mind. So I'm thinking I heard 3 songs in a row that sound exactly the same. So yeah, I enjoy the first half. Overall, I think it's solid. I can see why some of these songs ultimately didn't make the cut for their respective records, but I think it's super cool, and there are some genuinely solid tracks on this album.
Absolutely. I think it's a great record, through and through. I'm not as familiar with the Maine's older work. Anything before American Candy, I'm kind of out of the loop on. And then everything after, fucking millions of streams. Let's talk about it. The albums from their previous records, everything before American Candy, are older. So obviously the mixing, mastering, it's not going to sound as crisp as their newest record. Completely fair, but again, that's a thing for me where it makes it just a little bit harder. Unless I'm like in love with the band, I'm very hesitant to listen to records that aren't mixed as well as their most recent stuff. So being able to hear their older sound and some of their older tracks, but in a more refined, like modern mixing style, incredible. And it makes me want to revisit their older records, because I've tried. Have I tried?
Man,
does not work for me. Oh man, have I tried. But it's awesome. I fucking love this band. Like, I flew across the country to see them perform Sweet 16 tour, their final date on that for their hometown show. They're one of my favorites, top 5 easily. And this was a wonderful surprise, because there was no like announcement. It was just, hey guys, here's an album spanning our entire career.
The festival.
Exactly. I would have lost my fucking marbles if I did go to that festival, because I would have been like, holy shit. I also would have been a little mad, because I'm like, I don't know any of these lyrics.
So many people in the comments were like, how am I supposed to learn an entire album in 2 days?
In 2 fucking days. That's when you bring just the lyrics printed out. That's the shit I did at fucking Avenged Sevenfold, because I didn't know the lyrics, so I literally had the lyrics up on my phone, because I was like, I'm front row. I don't want to look like a fucking idiot in front of M Shadows.
That's such a deep piece of lore. I had no idea.
Dude, M Shadows was looking at me, man. I can't just fucking look back. you know?
That's so
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, incredible record. I loved it a lot. I completely understand what you're saying. They do kind of have a shift in their discography completely where they found their groove, where it's that pop punk love song vibe,
Mhm.
and that's just them, man. So it's just it does get a little difficult to distinguish like which era is this supposed to be from because this all sounds the fucking same. But it's great and I love it. My favorite is Colored in Blue, and then in parentheses Dyed Yellow. It's from 2021. I'm pretty sure that's the You Will Be Okay record. Again, that's one I
No, that's
wasn't able to get
Sticky.
into. I forgot about Sticky. They dropped so many albums. Like
Look at me
they
knowing the Maine lore, bro.
more than me, which is because I'm the main fan here. So it's fuck, I need to do better. Shit. Um, I love that song a lot. I think it's incredible. That was added to my playlist immediately. And I really enjoyed Don't Light the Match, and then in parentheses Dyed Black. Incredible record, a lot of fun, really cute to see them kind of evolve in real time. It's great.
Yeah.
So cool. I
Yeah,
love the main.
my favorite was also Don't Like the Match. That was the one I came away with being like, that's a
That's
banger.
dope.
But
Exactly, yeah.
you know, to your point about like the older stuff being, you know, still kind of having that vibe, but having the new production being able to be recorded in the modern age, per se, kind of gives me the vibes of when Motionless in White did that Creatures X song to celebrate 10 years of Creatures, where they
Yeah.
wrote a song in the vibe of Creatures and then recorded it to have the vibe of Creatures, but doesn't sound mixing and mastering wise anything
Like a hot piece of trash. Yeah, God, I love 'em.
like Creatures. That's kind of that's what that reminded me of when you said that. So I just wanted to make a note of that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
solid
good comparison.
record. If you're a fan of the Maine, this is something you'll definitely dig. If you're not a fan, if you're not a fan of the Maine, you might still like it, but it's not so much meant for you.
For you. This is meant for the fans,
Yeah.
guys. But like actually, which is so cool. You don't see these types of releases often. It's everything's commercial now.
Yeah.
So everything is you got to make this for the masses, but this is made for
The fans.
fucking people.
Yeah. Get into
Yeah.
the band and then check this out.
Exactly. And it's not that hard because they make fucking crazy music. God, I love them.